Okay, good day, eh? Welcome to C7 Hobbies, Episode 6. I'm Colossal Meltdown. My friends call me Colossal or CMD. Why Colossal? Well, with the name of Mike Oxlong, we'll continue with Colossal. Have you ever just started into the hobby or are looking to take the plunge? But when you speak with others, they're using terms and acronyms that you do not understand and are too afraid to ask? Well, today's your lucky day. I've gathered Warhammer and hobby terms and acronyms and created the ultimate beginner's glossary. Stick through the next two videos for two parts of a code to unlock the gift. Everybody likes presents, eh? I left the hobby for almost 30 years. On my return, there was all these terms and abbreviations and acronyms, and I had no idea what anything meant. I faked it for a while. It took me some time to learn all of these terms and acronyms, but now I've collected 101 of these right now for the ultimate beginner's guide to Warhammer, hobby terms and abbreviation and acronyms. The list is not exhaustive, so let's get started. Painting techniques and hobby basics. Number 1, WIP or WIP, work in progress, a model or project that is still being painted or built. Number 2, NMM, non-metallic metal, using flat paints to simulate metallic reflections. Number 3, TMM, true metallic metal, paint metallics with actual metallic paints. Number 4, OSL, object source lighting, a technique to simulate a growing light source on the model. Number 5, zenithal, a priming method using light and dark sprays to simulate natural light. Number 6, dry brushing, brushing nearly dry paint across raised areas for quick highlights. Number 7, shades. A shade is a specifically formulated thin paint designed to flow into recesses and create natural shadows. It is usually darker and more matte than a wash or glaze, and used for quick shading and depth. Number 8, washes. A wash is a general term for a very thin down paint, more diluted than a regular paint, but not as transparent as a glaze, used to tint or define details and textures. It's often homemade or broader in that than a branded shade. Number 9, glazes. A glaze is a very highly transparent, thin paint that is used to tint a color, smooth transitions, or add richness. It doesn't pool like washes. It's painted in thin layers and built up over time. Number 10, inks. Inks are highly pigmented, often translucent, and vibrant liquids that stain the surface of a miniature. They can behave like washes or glazes depending on how they are thinned. Number 11, capillary action. The natural wicking effect that causes washes and inks to flow into recess areas, often referenced when applying shade paints. Number 12, edge highlighting. Painting thin lines on edges to accentuate shape and light, often started with a chunky highlight, a thick line, followed by a thin line in a lighter color. Number 13, layering. Applying multiple increasingly lighter paints layers for depth and highlight. Number 14, stippling. A technique that uses small dots or dabs of paint to create texture, shading, or detail, often used to create weathering effects like rust, grime, or worn surfaces. Number 15, hatching. The use of closely spaced parallel lines to create a sense of shading of texture, used to simulate fabric weave, weathered wood, or comic style highlights. Number 16, chipping, a weathering method where small areas of paint are removed or painted over to look like battle damage. Number 17, feathering, a technique where you blend paint gradually by softening edges while the paint is wet. Number 18, scrumbling, painting technique where a dry brush is used to apply a thin, opaque, or a semi-opaque layer of paint, creating a broken, textured effect used to add depth, soften edges, or create a sense of age or wear on the surface. Number 19, slab chop, a viral painting method that combines zenithal priming, dry brushing, and contrast style paints for fast, high contrast results. Number 20, color wheel. Color wheel diagram used in the visual arts to represent the color of the visible spectrum and their relationships to each other. Number 21, color theory, the study of how colors interact, combine, and contrast to create visual harmony and impact. It includes principles like the color wheel, complementary and analogous colors, and the effects of hue, saturation, and value. Number 22, green stuff, a two-part modeling putty used for sculpting or filling in gaps. Number 23, resin rage, frustration caused by cleaning, warping, or assembling resin models. Number 24, blitz or bits, extra parts used for customization or conversions. Intermission. We're at the halfway mark of part 1. Time for part 1 of the code. CMD, all in lowercase. Write that down, eh? And while we're here, please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends, as this will help the channel grow and I can provide value to a wider audience. Thank you very much. Now back to our list. Tools and materials. Number 25, parts of a paintbrush. The handle, a long, often tapered part you hold, usually made of wood or plastic. The purpose provides grip and control. Some handles are economically designed for comfort during long painting sessions, not like this right-handed handle right now that I'm holding, but seriously. Then there's the ferrule, the metal band that connects the handle to the bristles. The purpose holds the bristles securely and maintains the brush shape, usually made of nickel, aluminum, or brass. Then there's the crimp. The crimp is intended part of the ferrule where it's pinched onto the handle. The purpose is to keep the ferrule tightly attached to the handle, preventing wobble or detachment. Then you've got the bristles, or the hair, the part that holds and applies the paint. It can be natural, like a sable or hog, squirrel, or even synthetic, like nylon, polyester. Purpose is to hold the paint and applies it to the miniature surface. Then you have the belly, the thickest part of the bristles when viewed from the side. The purpose is where the brush holds most of the paint. A well-formed belly allows smooth and controlled paint flow. Then you've got the tip, or point, the very end of the bristles. The purpose is used for fine details, edge highlighting, and precise strokes. A good tip holds its shape very well. The toe, the very tip, or the front edge of the bristles, especially in flat brushes. Purpose, usually for laying paint down in specific directions or techniques, like dry brushing. Then there's the heel, the part of the bristles that is glued inside the ferrule. Purpose, anchors the bristles and helps shape the overall brush. Number 26, applying a base coat, priming. Applying a base coat to help paint stick to the model. Number 27, undershading. Pre-shading under the base coat for contrast and tone. Number 28, basing. Decorating a miniature's base with sand, tufts, etc. Number 29, batch painting. Painting multiple models at once for efficiency. Number 30, sprue. The plastic frame that model parts come attached to. Number 31, sprue goo. It's a sprue dissolved in brush or plastic glue. It's often used to fill in model gaps. Number 32, blue tack. Reusable putty used to temporarily hold models together during test assembly or sub-assemblies for painting. Number 33, magnetizing. Adding magnets for interchangeable weapons or easier transport. Number 34, palette. Wet or dry surface for mixing paint. Wet palettes keep paint workable longer. Number 35, hobby knife. A precision blade used to clean model parts or cut bits. Number 36, pinning. Reinforcing parts using metal pins, paperclip, brass rods, etc. Number 37, masking. Covering areas to avoid painting them, often with tape or putty. Also can be used with saran wrap or plastic wrap. Number 38, FW, Forge World. Premium resin miniatures and rules, often with advanced or niche units. 39, WYSIWYG, or WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. The model should physically show all the gear it's using. Now, onto Warhammer 40k game terms and factions. Number 40, 40k, WH40k, or Warhammer 40k, or Warhammer 40,000, a sci-fi tabletop miniature war game. Number 41, GW, Games Workshop, the company behind Warhammer and Citadel products. Number 42, SM, CSM, Space Marines, or Chaos Space Marines, core of the 40k factions. Number 43, IG, or AM, Imperial Guard, Astra Militarum, the human army. Number 44, Necrons, Nids, Orcs, Tau, common shorthand for the 40k alien factions. Number 45, Epic Hero, Character, Battle Line, Infantry, Swarm, Mounted, Beast, Monster, Vehicle, Transport, Fortification. Any army unit roles in most 40k list building. Number 46, Codex, a faction-specific rulebook with lore and stats. Number 47, WS, Weapon Skill, close combat melee attack of a model, often used in stats shorthand. Number 48, BS, Ballistic Skill, ranged attack of a model, often used in stat shorthand. Number 49, CP, Command Points, used to activate special abilities during games. Number 50, Detachment, unit groupings in an army list for match play. And that is part 1 of our list. I hope this has helped. Let me know what others I have missed or should have included in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next episode, part 2, where I'll share the second part of the code and how you can unlock the gift. Please share any ideas or items you'd like me to dive deeper in the comments below. I do greatly appreciate all the support, and without you, this would not be possible. So thank you. Now go forth, be awesome, and paint for the paint gods.